Hey guys, it's Geordie_medium13 here. So I am back with the weekly reading. I know it's been a while and I know I keep taking breaks in between readings and I keep saying that I won't do it, but I do. It's just life is crazy. Life has been interesting. Yeah, I went back to Vic and yeah, just so much has been coming up, so much has been happening, starting a new job and yeah, life is just crazy at the moment. Also fitting in time spending with some of the new friends that I've made up here as well. So trying to juggle everything and yeah, also make time for what I love to do, which is obviously this. So yeah, I guess I'm just in the middle of a bit of a juggling act, trying to make sure I fit everything in, trying to make sure I get everything done and do everything and see everyone and yeah, it's just crazy at the moment. So I really made sure that I carved out some time today to get back into the weekly reading because I love doing it, and I know a lot of you guys enjoy it too. So I wanted to firstly start with some crazy energy this week. It was crazy. I feel like it was a bit of a roller coaster for a lot of us. It was up and down. It was a lot. I felt. I don't know, for me personally, some different things came up, especially at work as at the new job as well. Some things were said, and it's just I know that kind of shook my confidence and took a toll on me. What had happened. Thankfully, I'm out the other side, and probably why I wanted to do a weekly reading so I could have some idea of anything that might play out this week, I guess. So, yeah, I guess I wanted to see what you guys thought as well about the week that we've just had, the energy surrounding it, all of it. And I was also looking. Definitely, the next few days are going to be interesting leading up to Easter, leading up to, I know my birthday is around Easter. So a lot, well, actually just after Easter, but yeah, definitely looks interesting with Mercury going into retrograde on the 1st of April, which is actually the day before my birthday. So good birthday present that is. um, but yeah, Mercury going into retrograde, and then we start feeling the effects with I think it's the shadow period from the 19th to the 31st of March. So that's coming up in a couple of days. So we're going to start to feel the effects and start to really feel what this Mercury retrograde is going to provide us, the lessons and what it's going to teach us and what is going to come up for each and every one of us. And it's definitely going to be an interesting period leading up to Mercury retrograde and to see what comes of it. So definitely going to be an interesting period. Um, but anyway, we might as well get into the cards and see what is coming up this week. So I'll start with I haven't used this card deck for a little bit, so it was nice to get back into it. So I've gone with the Astral Realms Crystal Oracle. Um, it's actually a very pretty card deck. I used it on myself a couple of nights ago, and I was like, oh, I need to get back into this one. So thought I'd pull it out for the reading. The card that came out was the Abundance card. So already I feel like with this card, starting the week off well with abundance, it's full of abundance, which is what we want. So plenty of money, plenty of love, plenty of everything that is driving us at the moment is going to start to come through this week, which is really interesting with Mercury going into retrograde and all of that. So definitely keep an eye on the abundance and how that happens and how that comes into our lives. Yeah, definitely an interesting start to the week, especially with the abundance card. So very, very interesting. With the abundance card, it's all about working out how we can attract it and how we can bring it in and how we can work with the smoky Amazonite, the crystal, we're working with that crystal to really help us to bring in more abundance, to bring in what we want and what we seek. But I also feel it's so important for us to be honest and really look at the areas of our lives that we want to attract more, that we want more. So it could be money, it could be, it could be anything, it could be relationships, it could be friendships, it could be anything. So I feel like with that, just being clear with the universe, to work with the universe, to bring that in, to attract it in, is definitely going to be important this week and is something to look for. So definitely an interesting card to start off the week. Abundance, to me, it's a very positive, very driven card to really hone in on what we want out of life, what we are here for, what we want to do, the people that we want to be. It's just, yeah, a very interesting card to start off the week, and I love that. It's definitely feels like it's got a good energy about this week, and yeah, I feel like it's time to really hone in on what we want, so we can work with the universe to bring it in, to allow it into our lives. So nice positive card to start the week. So I'll get to the next card, which is from my Moonology card deck. So you guys would have seen this a lot already. The Moonology Manifestation, one of my favorite card decks, and I love doing it for the weekly reading. And as always with this card deck, I'll read out the affirmation that it has with it. So the card that came out is focus on the positive, which is new moon in Sagittarius, and focus on the positive. I feel like, I know with the energy and what I said just before about last week, I feel like this week is very much focusing on the positive outcome, focusing on the positive of what has happened and what is going on, whatever the situation may be for you. It's just focus on the positive, and really, it's it's so easy for us to always look at the negative, because we'll always find the negative in a situation. What is the hardest is finding the positive, and finding what that positive outcome is, and really looking at the areas in our lives of what is positive in our lives, what we're grateful for, what we love about our lives. I feel like that is the important thing here. We can get stuck in the everyday life, stuck in a lot of different ways and a lot of different areas of our lives, and the lack, and really feeling like there's a lack of this, there's a lack of that. Well, let's focus on the positive. Let's shift our perspective and really focus on the positive, on whatever it may be that is actually good in our lives, and all the good that we actually do have in our lives. Let's focus on that. Let's shift our perspective and really focus on the positive in life, the positive of the situation, because that is really going to keep us in good stead to work with the universe to bring in that abundance as well. So I feel like those cards kind of tie in together, which is nice. And yeah, why would we want to focus on the negative when we can focus on the positive? But also, when it comes to focusing on the positive, I feel like a lot of us, we get stuck in the destination, and we get stuck on having to get there, and what that destination may look like. Whereas I feel it's about enjoying the ride, enjoying the journey of getting there. Sometimes it's not all about the destination, it's about the journey and how you got there and how you're going to end up there. And that is something more positive, and something that we can focus more on, and that we should focus more on. But anyway, the manifestation affirmation for this card is, I'm one lucky so and so. So reminding us that we are lucky. We are still here, and we are still here for a reason. We are lucky, every single one of us. Which is a beautiful message for the week. So I like that. I like a lot of these cards have definitely got that positive feel to it. So I'll get to my next card, which I'm gonna go with the Healing Waters Oracle. So you guys again would have seen me use this card deck a lot. I love this card deck. So the card is it's all about, so it's M. Carl, I hope I'm saying that right. I don't think I am, but yeah, so that's this card. It's a beautiful card. It's all about healer, seer, priest, priestess, and the soul purpose. And I feel like this card has come up for this week because it's a reminder of us to focus on what our soul purpose is, and how we can get there, and how we can start putting in the work so that we can start doing our soul purpose, and start really living the life that we want to live and that we are craving to live and that we want to live and be the people that we want and deserve to be. I feel like that is the important message and the important takeaway, especially with this card coming up, really, and also really just honing in on who we are and who we want to be. I like this card because it has a strong healer, presence about it. So when this card does come up, it's a lot about the healer and how we can be that healer and how we can work with the energies and work with different things to be the person that we are meant to be and supposed to be. Another beautiful card, and I will read out. So with the healing waters, I haven't done it on all of the cards, but um, these cards have either a healing waters affirmation or a soul inquiry for us to go deeper. And I feel like there's a message in here, especially for this card, as to why I want to read it out. So let's see if we can find it. So the soul inquiry for this card is: how can you answer the call of your soul in the fullest expression today? And I feel like that's an important question. That's a big question. How can we be the people that we want to be? How can we get there? How can we live our fullest potential? How can we answer the call of our soul to live our soul purpose? It's time to put in the steps, and it's time to, yeah, get there and start to do it. So the next card, I'm actually going to bring these two together because very interesting cards that these have come up. These are two separate card decks. They are very similar, and yeah, I'm going to put them together and explain them. So one is from my Akashic Tarot card deck, and one is from my Angel card deck. Very interesting cards. So from the Angel card deck, it is the Lovers. So I'm sure you guys would have seen this before. I think this has come up before in a reading. So this card is all about intimate relationships, carefully weighing your decisions, and good health. And it's, yeah, the Lovers card. And then from the Akashic Tarot card deck, you guys have definitely seen this card before, and it's Fated Meeting. So I've put these two cards together because it's kind of all about love and all about that fated meeting and about intimate relationships and certain people coming into our lives. And I feel like that is a very strong feeling for this week. It's strong. There's a lot of love and this can come in many different ways. It may not be an intimate relationship um or finding the one. It may not be that. It could be a certain person is coming into our lives this week that may be a friend, but able to provide us the love that we have sometimes been struggling to give ourselves. And I feel like that is an important message for this week, that I do feel like there's someone coming into, whether it's I do feel like there is someone coming into our lives, this week that is going to shake us up a little bit, but in a good way, to help us go deeper into how we need to provide the love for ourselves. But yeah, with these cards, it could also be a love interest coming in. It could be definitely a person that in an intimate relationship, in an intimate setting. So definitely an interesting card. Interesting cards, I should say. But yeah, I feel like especially with the lovers card, especially with the intimate relationships and carefully weighing your decisions, it's going to be on you to really make sure that you're making the decision that feels right for you and in the moment feels right. And I love the little message about good health because we all want to ensure that we have good health. So definitely a nice little message for this week. And then back onto the Akashic tarot cards. So the fated meeting, it's all about that person coming into our lives, that this was meant to be, that this was planned. It's kind of destiny in a way. And I love the little spot up here. It's like their higher selves are watching this meeting and making this meeting happen because it was destined. This person that could be coming into our lives especially if it's in an intimate setting. It's all about that person who's been with us in all of our past lives, in many different past lives, and that person that is meant to be with us, that soulmate, that twin flame in a sense as well. So definitely interesting cards, a nice little ending for the week, depending on how things play out. Yeah, I feel like a lot of us are ready for that soulmate, are ready for that love interest to come into our life. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see what comes of it, what happens this week. But yeah, please keep me in. Please message in the comments what you guys think and what happens this week for you guys as well. Definitely an interesting week judging by these cards. So definitely something to keep an eye on. And yeah, Mercury going into retrograde soon. The shadow period starting on the 19th. So definitely a lot of energy. Yeah, so that is the weekly reading for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. And yeah, I'll see you guys possibly next week, or definitely the week after. So yeah, I'll see you guys either next Sunday or the Sunday after. Thanks guys for watching.